With spring 2023 anime season starting next week, April 1st, I'm here to tell you 5 anime that I believe are essentially going to be underrated, all right? We're not going to be talking about the Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, Mashle. We know those animes are going to dominate the anime season. I'm just going to tell you 5 anime that I believe are going to go under a lot of people's radar, and at the very least, you should definitely watch 3 episodes and check them out and kind of see where it goes. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with number 5, Insomniac After School. This is a romance anime, and I know a lot of people usually only think anime is about that battle shonen stuff, but let me tell you, romance anime, they're huge. I mean, just look at My Dress Up Darling as an example. When My Dress Up Darling was airing, it literally dominated the anime season, and it was literally in the polling sites, it was getting number 1 consistently. A lot of battle shonen people were kind of salty, but I digress, because Insomniac After School is a wholesome romance anime that follows Nakama, who suffers from a condition called insomnia, you know, somebody that cannot sleep or has trouble sleeping. And when Nakama meets another girl in the same school that suffers from the same condition, a special friendship is about to begin. Now again, this one, judging from the trailer, looks very wholesome. Now I don't think it's going to get to that My Dress Up Darling level, but again, I could be wrong. But I do think this one is going to go under a lot of people's radar until it doesn't, right? Because for all I know, this anime is going to blow up and this list is going to be wrong, because it's supposed to be a list about anime that I think not a lot of people are paying attention to, but we're going to see what happens. At number 4, we got Rokudo Bad Girls. And I know what you're thinking, another romance. Is this list going to be full of romance anime? It is not, but I really had to include this one in here because this is a romance that is completely on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to anime romance, right? Because this one is going to be more crazy, more wild. It's a harem. You already know it's going to get crazy, especially when I tell you the premise, right? Because this story follows Rokudo, somebody that gets bullied at school. So when he uses a magical scroll to essentially fight the bullying, well, it backfires and all the delinquent women in the school fall in love with him. So they are going to protect him. It's going to be absolutely wild. Now, I have talked to some manga readers and they have said that this anime or the manga doesn't have a lot of fan service, right? At least not the amount that you would expect to find in a harem anime. So I'm kind of, you know, glad for that. But we're going to see where it goes, right? Again, I don't think this anime is going to be the most popular anime of the season. I don't think a lot of people even know about it. So that's why I'm putting it on this list, because I think these are going to be like the 5 anime that are not going to be talked about as much, at the very least not until, you know, some crazy episode comes on and it blows everybody's expectations and then it gets hugely popular, right? But we're gonna move on to number 3, My Home Hero. Now this anime is a seinen and drama, and usually this anime, you know, they don't have the cool flashy fights to get everybody excited about, so they have to depend on other things like the story, like the characters, and the way that this story or the plot of this anime goes. I'm really intrigued because I'm a father, so I can kind of relate to it to some extent. This story follows Tosu, a father who finds out that his daughter Reika is being abused by a yakuza boyfriend. Now the boyfriend has a history of extorting money from the families. The boyfriend has a history of murdering the girlfriends. So as you can see, the father, he's trying to protect his family, so he takes it into his own hands to protect his daughter and ends up killing the yakuza member. This of course leads the yakuza organization to start looking into what happened to this dude, and it's going to get crazy, and it's going to get crazy pretty fast. So I usually love stories like this because again, they have to depend on the storytelling, the drama, the characters. Again, they're not going to have those flashy fights that we're going to see like in Demon Slayer and stuff like that. So I usually do love an anime that tells a very compelling story. So that's what I'm hoping that My Home Hero delivers on. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see, but I've not seen a lot of people talk about this one. And if you know or read the manga, let me know. Are we actually overhyping this? Am I overhyping this? Or is it really going to be an underrated anime? Definitely let me know in the comments. And at number 2, we got Dead Mount Death Play. This is a reverse isekai. Essentially, the hero is fighting an evil necromancer, but after the final confrontation comes to an end, the necromancer uses reincarnation magic and gets thrusted into modern day Shinjuku. Now, this necromancer just wants a peaceful life, but he's gonna find out that in Shinjuku, life is not as peaceful as he would have hoped. Now this seems to be kind of crazy modern day Shinjuku, where there is going to be magic, there is going to be fights. Now what intrigues me about this isekai is the fact that it's a seinen. Usually all the isekai that I've watched, stuff like Sword Art Online, Mushoku Tensei, and a bunch of other isekais with like a paragraph as a name, they all tend to be like the shonen demographic, right? Those are like for like young teens, while this a seinen demographic is for like adults. So I really am curious to see how the whole adult demographic is going to change the isekai genre. We're gonna see where it goes. It could be completely trash. It could still do the exact same tropes that all the other shonen isekai genres do, but I'm here for it. I do like the isekai genre, and the fact that this is going to be targeting an older audience, I'm all in for it. I am curious, but we're gonna see how it ends up being after the 3 episodes try. And at number 1, we have Heavenly Delusions. Now, this anime takes place 15 years after the destruction of modern-day civilization, where a group of children are living inside a utopian city that's akin to heaven, while the rest of the surviving humans are outside of the safety of this city, and they are in literal hell because there are supernatural beings that are hunting humans, and it's essentially they're trying to survive outside of the city. They're looking for heaven. Thus the name Heavenly Delusion. Now, the trailer looks phenomenal. Again, high production value. The story, at the very least to me, seems very, very promising. I like the plot, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, I think this one is definitely going to be under a lot of people's radar, kind of for the same reason that not a lot of people were in on summertime rendering, because Heavenly Delusion is not gonna be streaming on major anime streaming services. We're talking about the Crunchyroll, Funimation, or High Dive. It's more going to like Disney Plus, kind of like summertime rendering, but it seems like it's not going to be locked on Disney Jail, right? It seems like it's going to be on Hulu for the US, and it's gonna be kind of like the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc, where it's gonna be airing weekly, which is good. Now, it's not 100% confirmed. I think there's some rumors out there that this is what's going to happen, and I hope it's true, because if it goes on Disney Jail, it's definitely gonna be under a lot of people's radar, because they don't use a lot of those streaming services for anime, right? But we're gonna have to wait and see. That's definitely my most anticipated anime of the season. I haven't seen a lot of people talked about it, so I really do hope it picks up, because just judging from the trailer, it does look like it's going to be a great anime. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. And once again, I'm gonna be giving it 3 episodes, and we're gonna see if it hooks me or if I'm gonna drop it. I do tend to watch a lot of anime towards the beginning of the season, but then towards the end, yeah, I drop a lot of anime too, because let's be real, not all animes are built equal, right? I mean, we also got great stuff. We got the Demon Slayer, we got the Masho. I know that one is going to be big. We got Hell's Paradise as well, which I don't think a lot of people are, talking about it as much. I figure with how popular the manga is, that a lot of people are going to be hyped about Hell's Paradise, but at the very least, I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about it on social media. So I'm really hoping that those anime really take off. We of course got Dr. Stone. We got some really good stuff, but I feel like these 5 that I named on this video are the ones that not a lot of people are talking about at all, and they should definitely at the very least deserve the 3 episode anime rule. But let me know in the comments if you're excited for any of these, and like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace out. Boom.